Welcome back. I'm Helen.
I'm James.
And we are global nomads. And in 2024, we sold everything we owned to retire early and travel full time. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. We were in Kuala Lumpur for 2 months, and during our time there we did have an Airbnb booked for that whole time, an apartment. We had free night certificates for both of these hotel chains, so it was a kind of use it or lose it situation because both of them were going to expire. And so we thought we'd take a break from the Airbnb and stay in each of the hotel chains. So this was really a kind of, which do we prefer, Airbnb or hotel? We're like a year into this full-time travel now, just a little bit over a year. And we've had many conversations and agree about which we prefer. Do we prefer hotels?
And we still do.
Do we prefer Airbnb? So we're going to give you a little tour of the two different hotels. The first one is going to be the Crowne Plaza in Kuala Lumpur, which is an IHG hotel. The second is going to be the Grand Hyatt, which is obviously in the Hyatt group. And then we're going to show you the Airbnb that we had. And then at the end of the video, we're going to give you our thoughts on which we thought we prefer. Hi and welcome to the Crown Plaza here in Kuala Lumpur. For those of you that have followed our videos before, you will know that we are big points hackers. We use a lot of points and miles, and with our IHG credit card, we had a certificate for a free night stay. So even though we have an apartment here in Kuala Lumpur for 2 months, we decided we would have a bit of a staycation and use our free night certificate because it was going to expire, so we thought we may as well use it, and this is where we are. So we were able to get this free night certificate with our IHG One Chase credit card. So we'll leave a link in the description if you are interested in that card and interested in IHG stays. So I'll give you a quick tour around the room. We do have Diamond Elite status, which is the high status with IHG, which also comes with the credit card. Having said that, we also have status with the other major brands, Hilton, Marriott and Hyatt. Usually at check-in, you will get thanked for your loyalty or for being a Diamond Elite, whatever it is, member. That didn't happen here. We also had to ask to get breakfast, which is a usual amenity that's given. We did not get lounge access, which you do with the other major brands. They said we had a room upgrade. I'm not entirely sure we did. So in order to get lounge access, we have now had to pay for it. I'm still not complaining because, although it might sound like I am, because we do still have a free night here, but that's quite unusual for Asia especially, to either not get an upgrade or at least some recognition, or it's quite unusual for any of the major brands, certainly that we typically use. So that aside, we're going to show you a quick look around the room, and then later on we'll probably try and show you the lounge as well. So as we come in to our left here, we've got the bathroom. We are on the 30th floor, which the lounge is on the 31st, so we're going to go up there soon. Nice bathroom. We've got the loo, obviously. Just one sink. This is a king executive room with club access, which again, like I said, we did pay an upgrade for. So just the one sink. Nice light up mirror. We do have some amenities. So some sanitary stuff, toothbrushes, comb, all the kind of usual stuff. We have had these in other IHG brand hotels as well. The amenities are Antipodes. I'm not a huge fan of their shampoo and conditioner, but that's a very personal preference, I know. And then behind me, we've got the shower and tub combo, which is a really popular thing to do now. So the shower's right behind the door, then we've got the tub, and then there's going to be a window into the bedroom area, but don't worry, there is a blind. We've got a nice big overhead rain shower and of course the handheld. And we do have shaver point and a makeup mirror which does light up with the magnifier on it as well. So that's the bathroom. Pretty standard, but it's nice. As I understand it, this hotel did only open in August 2024, I believe. So we're now in March 2025, so like 6 months ago. So we've got this kind of open storage in this corridor area too. Some hangers and a couple of robes. And then there's like another storage drawer here. Lots of mirrors to the other side. A lot of full-length mirrors. And then on this side, we've got the main storage area as well. So there's some closed storage here with shelves, the usual safe, which would be big enough for a laptop, which you would expect in a new hotel. A couple of drawers, hair dryers in there. And then we've got the iron and ironing board and some slippers. So all the stuff you'd normally expect, really. Coming into the living room area, bedroom area, king-size bed. I guess with it being a new hotel, this is one positive, is we do have outlets. So there's an outlet here, and then we've got the light switches and some USB.
USB-A.
And a little note telling us that we can get extra pillows and towels, tea, anything on request. So yeah, king-size bed, feels quite soft, nice linens. It does have those sort of memory foam pillows that all the hotels seem to use now, which look very nice now, but in the morning it'll be about 1 inch thick and rock hard. So I guess we'll be asking for some foam pillows. On this side, we've got a mirror image by the looks of things. More USBs, night lights, and another outlet. I like the phone this side too. Nice lamp. Now I do like that we do have a sitting area. It's always a bit of a bugbear of mine if you've got to sit on the bed if you're in the room. So a nice chaise here and table. Be nice if you wanted to have dinner or some snacks, I guess, in the room. Then we've got the mini bar area, tea kettle, some water, which is complimentary. Then in the top here, we've got the teacups and some tea, a couple of things of coffee, but no milk. Guess we'll be asking for that. That looks like where it should be, but there isn't any. And then in here, we've got the mini bar. If I can get it open. With all your usual overpriced snacks in. So nice little tea area. And then we've got this nice desk area with a stool / footstool. Big desk area actually. Again, I guess you could sit here. I did try this chair out, the work chair. Nice, it was nice and comfy. Lighting, nice big TV. Gonna hazard it's like a 50-inch TV. Doesn't move though. No good if you want to put your Fire Stick in unless you're going to take it off the wall and risk being told off for that. Not that I would do that ever, obviously, but I'm just going to check. Yeah, doesn't move. So there you go. This is the Crowne Plaza, Kuala Lumpur, and a king executive room. So here in the club lounge, we're here a little bit early, but between 5:30 and 7:30 there will be evening hors d'oeuvres, some snacks, and drinks. They call it cocktails. I don't know what the selection will be. I'm not really familiar with IHG lounges, so I guess we'll find out in a little while. For now, they did have some soft drinks and tea and coffee available. They have that available all day. And there are a few snacks. There's some fruit, some chips. Not a whole lot, but there are a few things available if you wanted to come and sit here and have a drink. And you can also have breakfast in here in the morning, which I'm guessing we probably will too. I believe we can also go downstairs to the restaurant, but because it's usually quieter in the lounges, we tend to favour that. So once we get to 5:30, I'll show you what the drinks and snacks involves. So we're here at the Crown Plaza in Kuala Lumpur, as we said, and we're going to give you a quick look around the club lounge. Hello from a new location. We are having a staycation here at the Grand Hyatt in Kuala Lumpur. We have been in our Airbnb for almost 2 months. We're headed off to Ipoh tomorrow, so we needed some nights to keep up our Globalist because we had to change plans around. So we figured we'd stay for a night here before we head off to Ipoh tomorrow. And we've reached a few conclusions after our first long stay in an Airbnb. We decided that
we're just not Airbnb people.
We're hotel people, yes. We both walked in here and were immediately
relaxed, calmed. The problem is with our Airbnb, we're there for 2 months. We've got 3 construction sites next to it, which we had nowhere.
Yeah.
Not once mentioned on the reviews. The elevator is noisy as hell all the time.
Well, again, there was no mention of it on the reviews, and there was no way of knowing that actually right behind the bedroom is it's supposed to be a stairwell and then the elevator bank, but it literally sounds like the elevators are right outside the bedroom. All night. And actually even in the living room you can hear them whooshing up and down, and it's really quite noisy because there's 8 elevators. I'm going to say 8 or 10. 8. Yeah, 8 I think. And it's really noisy. Like I used earplugs for the first few days. Again, there was no way of knowing that though. And this was a trial for us really to see if we liked being in an Airbnb. We thought it would work out cheaper than a hotel. Bearing in mind how much we spent on food, and groceries, would have been cheaper. We actually could have stayed here at the Grand Hyatt for less, and we would have.
It would have been about the same price. The Airbnb works out to about $100 a night, plus groceries. Plus, we've bought some things, $250 worth of stuff from IKEA.
Yeah, because
you wouldn't need to do if you're in a hotel.
Yeah, knives and a frying pan and.
Yeah, and a bed topper and things like that. And if you're in a hotel, you can just ask them to make the bed softer, or.
And you don't need a frying pan.
And you don't need a frying pan. That's for sure.
Somebody obviously is using the frying pan, not you.
Yes.
And because we've got status, like here, we've got Globalist status. We can go down to the lounge now. We get breakfast in the morning in the lounge or in the restaurant. Right now it's only like 1 o'clock and they've got refreshments and nibbles on now. I think we're going to go down and have a look. And then from 6 till 8 there'll be hot options, canapes and drinks. And typically, if you're in a decent lounge, it's enough to feed you. I mean, we rarely go and eat as well. Honestly, it's enough. So we wouldn't have had to buy groceries.
No.
We wouldn't have had to buy the stuff from IKEA, and we would have accumulated a whole load of points.
Yeah, which would have covered the cost to be able to stay at another hotel. So apologies for the interruption. The hotel was just moving us to a room with a better view.
Yep, so we have a view of the Petronas Towers now.
So that's all good. We'll drop the video in so you can see what we can see. We're on the 33rd floor now. So we were really just talking about hotels and points and Airbnbs. and what the advantages, disadvantages were. After this, we've got 3 weeks in Bangkok in the Grand Hyatt. Then we fly back to the UK for a brief visit and go and see some people, go to a wedding. And then we come back and then we're going to an Airbnb in Chiang Mai.
Yes, I think it may well end up being our last Airbnb. We'll see. There's some places it doesn't make sense for us, but we were just having this conversation in the lounge that really, if you've got access to a lounge, hotels probably are the best option for us. But then in the UK, we are staying at a Marriott in the UK, which we stayed at before. It's not the best. It's okay, first world problem, but it's not the best hotel in the world. And that's kind of an issue in the UK. The hotels often are not that great. Although we are staying at a Grand Hyatt in the UK as well for 1 night.
2 nights.
So I guess, in Birmingham. So I guess we'll see what it's like. But I think for us, the general consensus is we prefer hotels, basically. Because if the bed's uncomfortable, you haven't got to worry about it. They can just, I ask them usually to put a topper on it. Yeah, pillow menu. Just things that make your life more comfortable. I know that makes me sound like a princess, but like it's stuff that you haven't got to think about. That for me, being comfortable, having a comfortable bed is really important, and you can't guarantee that in an Airbnb. And like the one we're in now, we went out and bought a mattress topper for, because we were there 2 months. We're like, you know what, we're just gonna accept we're gonna have to do that. So anyway, we don't want to go on too much about this, but just a bit of a background really.
So we're here at the Grand Hyatt KL. We've got 3 nights in Ipoh, back to the Airbnb, and then we're off to Thailand. So stay tuned.
So we'll give you a quick look around the room here. This is what level suite was this? I can't remember. It's like the first level suite.
It's like a grand suite.
It's like a grand suite. We'll show you around anyway. We'll give you a quick look around here. I actually really like the layout here, and I will be using the bath later on after we've been to the lounge, because it has an amazing view of the towers. So we'll give you a quick show around. Welcome to the Grand Hyatt in Kuala Lumpur. We are here on a quick staycation, just 1 night. This is a grand suite, and I'm going to give you a very quick look around. So as you come in over here, we're going to have the loo, just a small powder room, just a loo and a sink. And then in this humongous entranceway, we've got a desk and real orchids, real Macara orchids. Now we used to own a flower shop, and this in the US would cost you $150, and we haven't owned the shop for a couple of years. So very nice to have real orchids. I know they're cheaper in Asia, but still, it's nice to have real ones. So we've got this really big desk area, big glass desk, and then we've got this massive sitting area, big TV, couch, chairs. Actually, they moved this room, and because this one has a better view. And the first one we were in had a footstool, and I've just noticed there's no footstool here. But still, nice comfy sitting area. Huge windows. Now we're actually in the corner here, and out of this window we can just see the top of the KL tower, and then over there we've got the Merdeka which is going to be the tallest building in Kuala Lumpur now, in Malaysia. So we can see the city this side. So yeah, really humongous sitting area. And then we've got our tea and coffee station here. A Lavazza machine for the coffee. I'm guessing, yeah, this is the mini bar, with some drinks in there, and then I'm guessing tea. Oh, it doesn't open. There we go. Snacky things in there. And I'm guessing tea, cup and saucer and stuff are all in here. And just some storage, and then we also have a tea kettle for us Brits, which we like. And the tap doesn't look like it's been used, it's very clean. Loads of free water. And then there's a little slidey door here into the bedroom area. king size bed. Humongous chaise in the corner here as well. And a humongous TV. I think that TV is actually bigger than the TV in the living room. But really nice. You can see we've got the corner windows here. And a view. Check out this view. This is when we move. We put the huge curtain back. We have got a view of the Petronas Twin Towers, which is going to be really cool tonight when it's all lit up. And actually just behind the Twin Towers you can see the Star Apartments, which is where our Airbnb was. Still is. We're going back there. And then we're also going to have a view of the fountains and the park at KLCC as well. So very nice. And then through this side, past the gigantic mirror, we're going to have the bathroom and another gigantic mirror. And we've got the bathroom, which is absolutely gorgeous. I have to say, I really like this layout. So we've got 2 sinks, a little vanity area in the middle, and the loo and the bidet in the corner, with another humongous mirror. And then we've got our dressing area. So nice walk-in closet with all the usual stuff. Safe, big enough for your laptop. Ironing board, drawers, robes, slippers, all the usual stuff, so very nice. And it's huge, bigger than my closet was in England. Didn't have a walk-in closet in England, in the US. And then in the corner here we've got the shower. Huge shower too, massive. Kind of a shame they put this frosted glass here though, because nobody could see in at you, but you'd be able to see the towers through it if it wasn't frosted. Yep, nice overhead rain head shower and a handheld as well. Usual amenities. And then a huge bathtub. And yes, I'm going to use this tonight because you can't have this bathtub with this view of the towers and then not use it. Even though I'm not a big fan of the round bath. Again, a first world problem. But realistically, it's really difficult to sit in and relax because you kind of can't prop yourself up. Anyway, first world problem. I'm still going to use it. And we have another real orchid plant in here as well, which is very nice. And of course, a fabulous view of the towers. So it's very, very, very nice, I have to say. We're here on points, and this was a point stay. I think we paid 20,000 points for this. We did book it last minute. I think if we booked it earlier, we would have paid less points, but 20,000 is still not bad for a suite. We'll have lounge access, so we'll show you that later as well. We'll show you the lounge for our drinks and nibbles and cocktails, because who doesn't love a good drink and nibble and a cocktail? And I think that's it. Yeah, very nice hotel.
We're Globalist, which is the highest status with Hyatt, and that allows us access to lounges whenever they're available. The Grand Hyatt had quite a nice lounge here, so we're going to show you a little bit of it. This is available for afternoon nibbles, it's available for breakfast, or we can just go downstairs and have breakfast, and it's available for snacks. In the evening, it provides alcoholic drinks for about, I think, 2 hours. And that's always a benefit of staying at a Hyatt or any of the hotels that have an executive type lounge. And it's something we look for.
The great positive about this hotel as well, in this particular location, is the hotel is located on the upper floors. So I believe it started at something like floor 19. The lower floors were office and other accommodation, other use accommodation. The hotel itself is only on the upper floors. I think 19 was the lowest, from like 19 upwards, and that meant that we had great views over the city, the KL Towers and KLCC Park.
We booked an apartment on Airbnb. We're staying at the Star Apartments 2, which is in KLCC, just across from the Petronas Towers, and very central for most things in KL.
So welcome to Kuala Lumpur again. This is our Airbnb where we've been for almost 2 months. We're going to be leaving in a couple of days, and we thought we'd give you a quick look around. I'm going to show you the kitchen first. So James is standing right in front of the doorway you come in. Behind me here is going to be the kitchen. It's pretty small, but it's done everything we needed it to do. We have the little machine that does hot and cold water, or hot-ish. We had a washing machine, washer dryer, and oven, microwave, stove top, good sized fridge, so it kind of did everything we needed it to do. And like I said, we'll come back to the living area last. So this is a 2-bedroom unit, and I went with the 2-bedroom because it had a bathtub over the 1-bedroom, which didn't. So on this side is going to be the first bathroom, which is just going to be a shower room. It's really like your backup bathroom. And then here we've got bedroom number 1. The twin bedroom, we've got our cases in here. We normally travel carry-on only, but we do have the big case because we're going to be taking a few things from here that we bought up to our next Airbnb in Thailand. Good size storage. We really just use that for our luggage though. And then this door brings you into the master bedroom, which on this side we've got the bathroom, which is really nice and big. The bathtub, which is nice and big, if it takes a little bit long to fill up. And then this is all like one enclosure with the shower in. A really nice sized bathroom, loo, sink, everything you need. It's nice and modern, worked for us. And then we've got this kind of little dressing area where I've got a few of my bits and bobs. Might have bought an elephant, maybe not. And then here, just close the door. We've got our closet space. Again, tons of closet space, 3 closets. We have some drawers, there's an ironing board in there, and lots of hanging space. And then into the main bedroom area. King size bed, made sure to look for that because we got caught out on that in an Airbnb in England where we just had a queen size bed. And you know, when you're used to an American king, queen's small. So we made sure we had a king size bed. Couple bedside cabinets. We do have a separate AC unit in here too, so you can have this at a different temperature to the rest of the living space. The lamp is on the floor because there was only one outlet over there, so we've been using the outlet, not the lamp. And then on this side we've got a little desk area, which we haven't really used honestly, but it was nice to have, and the shades the same. Again, we haven't really used it, but nice to have. And behind here there's going to be a window. There's not much of a view from here because the view is really from the living room, which is where we're going to go last. But that's okay. So we'll head back to the living room because that's really, again, part of what we chose this for. We are in KLCC, so we are right in the downtown of Kuala Lumpur. Back to the kitchen. We do have this kind of L-shaped dining area, which we've been able to sit at to eat, obviously, and then do some work. I use the term work loosely. I mean, we do the YouTube videos, not really work. Not work in the traditional sense, anyway. Nice sized living area. We had a nice big couch, probably like a good 6 foot long couch. Massive TV, which we've been able to put the Fire Stick into, so we can watch TV, which was nice as well. And then this is really what's very nice about this. We have a view of the Petronas Towers, which at night is really nice when they're lit up. We've been here over Eid, and they were lit up for Eid in like gold and green instead of the usual white, which was nice. And then there was another night they were lit up in a different colour as well, so it's pretty cool to see. And if I take you over to the window in the kitchen, which there's no outdoor space here, but we do have this kind of little balcony which has got the AC unit on, and out here we have a view of the KL Tower. So that's it, that's our Airbnb. I think we're right around 1,000 square feet here, so it's been really super spacious for us. For 2 months it's worked well, and been pretty good.
This apartment had a lot of facilities. It had a sky bar, I think they call it. They said it's the 88th floor, but it's actually the 50 something floor.
Or something.
They don't like 4s in this particular apartment, so none of the apartments start with none of the floors start with a 4. So there are two pools in this complex. The first one is on the top floor, which gives some amazing views at night. We went up here a couple of nights. Obviously you can go onto it 24/7, but at night it really does come alive. On the 6th floor is another pool, and this pool is shared between Ascot, Star Apartments 1 and Star Apartments 2. So it was a kind of conjoined workspace area where you can walk between all three different complexes. And if you look up, look at the view.
There's also a gym located on this level, as well as a co-working space area and a kiddie playground.
So thanks for watching. We've come to this conclusion, and we're going to try and book as many times as we can hotels. Being nomads doesn't mean the same thing for everyone. So although hotels works for us better than Airbnbs, for many people it won't. It's just a budget, comfort, preference kind of thing, and everyone's going to have a different take on it. But for us, we're into hotels. Do you have a preference? Why don't you put it in the comments? Let us know. Are you a hotel person or an Airbnb person? Or are you undecided? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.